This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Hey, what about that Comic Capers? Yeah, what about us?
What about it? Hello and welcome to the newest episode of Comic Capers.
Part 1633.
No, it's only part 13 of No Man's Land.
4 more to go.
Yep.
Almost there.
This one's part 13, although it's going to be a lucky number for somebody. Somebody get lucky. That's right. We've been threatening it. It's here. 2-part Ballistic Romance from Nightwing 38 and 39. Cracking December 1999 and January 2000.
In the year 2000.
Oh, Lord. We were thinking the same thing. Am I as old as you now?
Uh-oh. I think the Firestorm Matrix is coming back to life. I don't know.
Yep. So, yeah, quick arc this time. Just 2 issues.
And this is an arc that could stand to be longer. I'm just saying, how come we haven't had a team-up book with them?
What, Nightwing and Oracle?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what we need. I mean...
Yeah.
Or at least these days, at least
a mini-series or something.
Or like more interconnection between the 2 solo books. You know, maybe get the same writer on both and have, you know, lots of interaction, although he'd have to get his memory back for that, I think.
Like, how many times can a character have amnesia? Is Bruce rubbing off on him?
Crazy.
Crazy.
Well, no, I saw somebody on... was it Twitter or somewhere saying, you know, it's kind of weird that, like, at a time when the character's so, like, Nightwing is so in the spotlight between Titans and Young Justice and everything, meanwhile in the comic book he's, like, not really Nightwing-y right now.
I mean, we've gotten through it, although I have to say, the last time he was a Nightwing-y, while I was skeptical it worked out, this time I'm just like, I hope it works out.
I mean, but basically it was the same guy, he just wasn't wearing the suit, but now it's like, bullet to the head.
Hey, I mean, it feels like you're watching Gotham. Harley Quinn. Spoilers, I guess. It's been a week.
Still in there.
It's 2019. It's been a week. No such thing as spoilers after a week.
That's right. 5 minutes, you're done.
But no, I enjoy this arc. I do miss my Dick and Babs. Like, when they did it for, Convergence, remember, like, how good it felt to have a book with...
Yes.
They're basically the Rogue and Gambit on the DC side, so damn it, they need a book. Together.
Someone get Kelly Thompson on the phone.
And Gail Simone, why not?
There you go.
Yeah, I find that I like Gail the way she writes their interactions, but
this makes me want to go online and buy. You know, a key issue I don't have that I've wanted for years now.
Yeah, I do. It's the
Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Birds of Prey number 8.
With the
date
on
the trapeze. Yes.
How can you not have that?
I don't know. I wasn't collecting Birds of Prey, and then it's like, at that point, and then by the time I don't know.
It is a hard issue to find. Well, I was looking for it not too long ago, and I was just like, A, it wasn't that many listings, and B, somebody like the lowest one I saw was like $50.
Okay.
The highest one I saw was like 160. I'm like, no, I can find it in a back issue. I guarantee you.
Yeah, no, I was looking the other day, and I forget. Yeah, the lowest one might have been like 30 or something, or 20 or 30, and then like the highest one I saw was at least 100. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it wasn't even like mint. Like, it wasn't even in the 9s. He said it was like an 8.2, and I'm like, oh, brother, no. Miss me with the BS.
Here's a 20. Don't hurt yourself. But yeah, this one starts off with, well, it looks like Nightwing and Batgirl, but it's hallucinating after his
his injury that we're finally addressing.
Yes, his disaster era after the whole Blackgate thing.
Yeah, we're finally back to this. After everybody else in the other stories, I'm just, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Basically, Barbara nursing him back to health.
Channeling her inner Leslie Thompson. It's no man's land. I had to get that shot in.
I know. But who undressed him? We know.
Well, it's not Spider-Man, so it couldn't be Doc Ock, or Green Goblin, or...
I think it was Babs.
Dear.
Oh, good Lord. as he's on an IV in her, like, pink and purple bed.
Yeah. It's like, that kind of reminds me of my childhood bedroom.
Oh. What, the bed or naked?
Purple and glitter and unicorns. It's what all little girls love.
Oh, I was going to say the bed or the half-naked man. Oh,
God, no. Boys or girls since I was at least 20. Just saying. Anyway, and then, I don't want to jump to the end, but I was just like, Petite, again, get out!
Well, I guess you want someone with the resources to, like, get in, but it's like, you don't want to, like, I don't know, bring a bad villain, I guess, into the clock tower.
I like when he was like, you better call for reinforcements. And he's like, I did. And then it's like, Huntress!
Well, you know, with all the history and everything there.
I know, but still, lover. Oh, just...
It's like, Huntress?
Right?
Mm-hmm. But I just... It was like a fine line they were straddling, because it was like... I don't know, it's just... You know, Petite's like, oh, you know, Gordon's daughter's all got this fancy setup, not putting two and two together that she's the Huntress. I'm like, yeah. I guess you're not the smartest guy, but...
But no, I think my favorite part was like Barbara shaving Dick and like after
oh, hey-oh, phrasing.
Hey man. That's what happened in the story. Okay?
Yes.
It's not my fault. Batman writers decided to give him the name Richard Grayson, okay?
I know.
It's not my fault.
It was 1940, come on.
No wonder they had to bring in Batgirl on the TV show to convince them that it wasn't a homosexual relationship.
Hey, it could be worse. It could be Nova.
Yikes.
Richard Rider. Yeah.
I wonder if Grey Worm from Game of Thrones was inspired. Anyway, moving on.
So yeah, Dick and Babs are cooking, and then
she kissed him on the cheek, and she's like, you passed the test. And I'm just like, it's so domestically sticky, gooey. But I loved it. It was like these two can pull it off. Everybody else can go kick rocks in this one.
Where the alarms keep going off as the Petite's men just keep setting off the booby traps. Oh no, we don't have to worry till, you know.
Yeah.
Till
or how about when they were in the sewers where they got sprayed by the gas? It was just like, I thought it was like a little bit like Home Alone almost.
Yes. But no, just the whole thing with her and just, you know, she's like, you know, we can't be together because I don't have my use of my legs anymore. It's like, that never mattered to me.
All the other important parts work.
Hell.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. We really have to get back to Wayne's World, apparently. Seeping into all our other shows here.
We're going cold turkey, but.
Oh, but I think it was like one of the best Barbara quotes that came out of this issue, where she talks about how she has to cope with the loss of her legs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's the other reason they added Huntress into this is, you know, not just because of the what happened a couple months ago with her and Nightwing, which we got to cover that miniseries at some point too. But no, just like, you know, I guess like Huntress represents, especially with Nightwing, it's just like, you know, Barbara even said it when Huntress was running around as Batgirl. She's like, she's out there with my legs. You know, that should be me out there.
Yeah. Just all kinds of awkward.
and of course, we get the kiss as Petite's men are breaking in.
All banged up and bruised.
I had strong feelings on it, but I think this arc is when it like cemented in my mind. It's like, oh yeah, these two belong together.
You know, they just don't play that up enough. Like, he had to go off with Starfire, and, you know, he's had all his other little, but it's just like, why? All the fans, like, all the, like, longtime fans, everybody knows, Dick and Babs. Like, why? Like I said, why haven't they had a team-up book? Why haven't the connections been there? Especially in this post-New 52 world.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so odd to me, like.
Maybe should we tweet DC and be like, hey, we need a Gambit and Rogue style book with,
because it's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to get, like, a petition. Yeah, it needs to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to post
this
that.
arc was so good. And like I said, this one could have been longer, and I would have been happy. I wouldn't even bat an eyelash about it.
Heck yes. 2 issues weren't enough. But I guess they had the just scheduling and stuff.
I mean, we had all these weird, like, one-shots where it's like no writer of note has written a story. It's just shoved in there. I'm just saying.
More in the second issue, too, was cover dated January 2000, so that's probably coming close to the end of No Man's Land, so.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so the next issue, 39, it's just the lover thing. It's just like the rules have changed, lover. I was just like, oh God, she said the L word. I hate when people say lover. It annoys the Nikes out of me.
I know, but I think she was, she could tell she was, she was taking off Barbara.
She hammed it up. She should have twirled a mustache.
And I don't think she was saying lover like, oh, we love each other. I think she was saying lover like, well, we had coitus.
We got it in, son, and everybody needs to know. You know, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't bring the Huntress in on Gotham.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, Tigress, you know what I mean?
You mean Young Justice?
No. Isn't that who, yeah.
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 Well, maybe because she's gonna be older than Bruce, too, just like everyone else. At this point on that show, I'm just waiting for Dick to be older than Bruce.
Dude, that'd be so dope. And then that way Dick smacks him around, that'd be awesome. Because, I mean, he's used to getting smacked around by Alfred, so why not? Anyway, yeah, issue 39 was, like, when everything hit the fan.
Yes.
All the action came, and I was like, yes!
That's because Huntress showed up, and then, yeah.
Yeah. I did like the little cliffhanger at the end of issue 38. When he's like, I did. And it's like, no good can come from this.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing I really did like, though, back in the day when they were doing this, every time you'd see Batgirl or Barbara, there'd be, like, the bobblehead on her desk. Or a little,
yes.
Like, you know.
Or the little doll, yeah.
Little stuff like that. Yeah, little dolls and stuff. I miss that.
You were probably like, where can I get that?
I'm like, if it was made to, like, in this day and age, it'd be like right next to the book. It'd be like a Funko Pop. It'd be a holographic variant cover, a lenticular cover. Like, yeah, everything. All the things.
Yeah, I mean, they need to, get all the merch, Young Justice, more Young Justice stuff, and
yeah.
90s nostalgia is big. Come on.
Oh my God, if Lego made a Watchtower playset, a Clock Tower playset, do you even know?
Oh, nice.
Just throwing it out there. Oh, I have to go put it on the website. Because you can, like, throw ballots in for what playsets Lego will make.
Oh, God. Oh, Gotham's on right now. You could get, like, a No Man's Land set.
Like, yeah, we need to do that.
Get a couple sets to make one huge set, like Nightwing in Blackgate Prison, Oracle in the Clock Tower.
Yeah, and it's just, I think it was an odd choice that the doll, the Batgirl doll that was on her desk in issue 38 was like literally like her, and I'm like, is this Star Labs? Is she doing her own merchandising deal?
She's like you, man. She got the Nightwing and herself as a doll, be like, oh,
okay. And fiction theater, yes. I mean, can't you blame her?
No, look at that butt.
Oh my god, yeah. But I like that they took a deep dive on the complexity of their relationship, and
yes,
it was just really interesting thing to do. Very much a bottle episode, if you will, because they're in the same location for both of them. But yeah, I was just like, oh no, the clock tower is damaged. She's gonna have to, and it seems like she relocated, but we find out later.
Yeah, but I mean, everything's getting rebuilt anyway.
Yeah. Oh, and this issue also, 39 marks the issue, marks the beginning of, William Petit's downfall or whatever, so that was pretty cool, too.
Yeah. His slow descent into madness. You know it's bad
when he slow, but...
Yeah, I know. But you know it's bad even when Huntress is, helping them get away.
Yeah. Also, I don't think, I kind of hate the fact that he says that his affair with Huntress was a mistake. Things happen. You know what I mean? I don't think he had to say it was a mistake. He just say it was in my past. I don't really have, all I had was lust in my heart for her. I truly love you. That would have been fine.
I just think by mistake, it's a Dick Grayson thing. I think he's just I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere, but I still gave in the temptation. Miss Holy wearing a big cross around her neck, but she's like, hey, let's jump in the bed.
She's a well, I don't even know anymore. Anyway, no. Oh,
when Huntress cuts the cable in the elevator and they're falling away from Petite and the others, he's just like, Huntress, you're crazy. She's like, isn't that what attracted you to me in the first place?
He doesn't really have a type, though. I would say redheads, but I don't, because Starfire's an alien, I'm just like, I don't know.
Costume chicks.
Well, he gets that from Bruce. He can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce's type are women half out of costume.
No, with armpit ventilation.
Well, you got some skin showing, either Catwoman, Talia.
Oh, the woman that can't find her zipper to zip up. Yes. I don't know, but I enjoy this one. It's action, but it's also has a deep, meaningful connection to the mythos. It's not just no man's land. It's just cash grab to wrap up a storyline like this. You know what I mean?
I know.
So yeah, I like that it has a meaningful kind of through line after No Man's Land. Although it does disappear for a while.
What?
I don't know. It's sometimes I feel do they even know each other anymore?
Who, Dick and Barbara?
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. Because I mean, even when he first lost his memory, she was. It looked like I knew it was coming. Right before he got shot, they seemed like they were getting closer, and then bullet to the head, and he's like, "I don't remember you. Get out of here."
I know. It's just what is this? A soap opera?
I mean,
what is this, Arrow?
It's okay. I mean, yeah, you don't remember her, but hot chick comes and says, "Hey, let me nurse you back to health." You're gonna say, "No, get away from me. You have cooties." And he's just running from his life.
As you do sometimes. I mean, he's been perpetually stuck in his middle 20s forever at this point, so he's having a quarter life crisis.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to age him because it's you want him old enough to not be Robin anymore, but you can't go too old because we're not going to push Bruce past 30 years old, or at least not going to say we are.
I thought it was 40.
Is it 40? Who knows? I know for a while they didn't want to push anybody past 30, but who knows? That
was the new 52, but it doesn't make sense for Bruce to be 30 ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well,
unless we're talking, yeah.
Well, that was the problem before that too, even because they, Dick aged a few years, but it seemed like Bruce didn't age.
He's rich though, so
plastic
they have
surgery.
Those cryogenic chambers and Botox, and he has a Lazarus Pit access if he really wanted it. I think he secretly takes it with his coffee, but that's just me. That's why he's getting a little crazier with every year. I'm just saying, if you think about it, it makes sense.
He's Walt Disney. Okay.
I I wish that was true. I so wish that rumor was true, but it's not.
What, the Frozen?
Yeah. Underneath Disneyland. Yes, I would love for that to be so true. Anyway, no. This is a solid A arc. Both issues get A's from me.
Yes.
I just wish we had writing like this still. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm nostalgic and after this is kind of all downhill. And I say like from 2004 to 11, it's tough. When you look back and you start reading and you go, oh.
Yeah, but I think that's a part of that too, isn't that like the era where we started getting all these events, like the weekly books and Final Crisis and Infinite Crisis.
0 Hour and oh my God, it just never ended. It was like nonstop for like 3 or 4 years. I was just like, I gave up for a while, so I did.
Yeah, I mean, I think this
is how you should do events. Like, plan it out, have everything make sense, and not just, let's just throw Constantine with Shazam and see what happens, or, Yeah, I think No Man's Land is the perfect example of what I'm thinking. It's like, I think the thing we're nostalgic for is like just like all the back books are in their own separate little pocket universe, kind of. Yeah.
Every once in a while, you might see.
It's like we've disavowed Gotham.
Well, even before that, it seemed like the back books played a lot together, but you really didn't get. Every once in a while, you might have like a Superman or somebody, but not a lot. Not a lot unless you're.
It would usually be Batman going outside of Gotham to do little team ups and the Justice League stuff, and I feel like we have too many Bat books at this point, but it's because I don't care for where most of them are going at the particular moment. Mm-hmm. Because this is a million Bat books, and I don't think I ever complained about it. Maybe Azrael and Shadow of the Bat. I felt like Shadow of the Bat and Legend of the Dark Knight, they could have been the same book, I think, for me.
Maybe. I mean, Shadow's mostly in the present, and Legends did a lot of, like...
I'm just saying they could have...
Yeah.
Like what they did with Wonder Woman, even though that annoyed me, where they'd have, like, a past story and then, that moment.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to put that poll up. So check our social media. Do I write to DC and say, hey, can we get this team up?
Yeah. We need 1,000 or more retweets for it to happen. So you want more Dick and Babs?
And Babs, yes.
Anyway.
Well, they both have their own solo books. We want the team book.
Yeah, we want the team book. More is better in this case.
How about Batgirl and the Robins? No.
I mean, unless they're gonna I can tolerate a Barbara and Luke, but I don't know, not as a team up book though.
I mean, just stick with the Dick and Babs book, and people can guest star. So.
Yeah, exactly. I can't imagine her with anybody else, really, honestly. Like,
and I think we said this around the time Batman was supposed to get married. It's like, do the Dick and Babs marriage.
Yeah, honestly, like, they should have done the switcheroo.
It would be pretty much just as big, and
it would have been the best surprise. It would have been like Mr. and Mrs. X. Oh, snaps! Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and and it's like what we say about the multiple Spider-Men. You can have, Dick can be like your married Batman, and
he's better than Batman. We've discussed this
many, many times. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I should have named my Nightwing podcast. Better than Batman.
No, you don't want to be like that controversial.
Why? I don't know if it got us views.
There's bad views and there's good views.
I know. Nerd.
You don't want to have to turn off the comments on your post. That's all that I'm saying. Fight me, nerd.
All right. Speaks for itself. All right, are we done?
Yeah.
All right, so send us your thoughts, especially on any of this Nightwing stuff we talked, because I love talking Nightwing.
Or you can, what's that Nightwing podcast we have?
The Nightwing News. Why, thank you very much.
I don't listen for you. I listen for Kristen. Thank you.
I know.
Okay.
Jerk. She listens for... Nah, I guess
Hit the button. On that note.
I was going to say what we're doing next.
On that note.
Alright, so next time we're going to be doing Legends of the Dark Knight 124, Shadow of the Bat 92, Batman 572, and Detective Comics 739.
Woo! We're almost there. I'm so excited.
And then the issue... Oh, is that the Two-Face one, I'm pretty sure?
It is.
I think. At least
they've all blended together.
I
think so.
I believe so, yeah. Because the one after that is the Legends of the Dark Knight 125, and then, like, the Robin, Catwoman, and Azrael.
So random.
So 15 is going to be nuts. Everything. Alright, so send us your thoughts on any of that. Read ahead. Send us your thoughts. We can read it as we review the issues. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow Comic Capers on Facebook, on Twitter, @ComicCapersPod. And make sure to follow at CL Sidekicks on Twitter, CL Sidekicks on Instagram, and the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Lilith?
Well, if you nerds want to fight me, you can find me on Twitter, @Lilith Hellfire. If you just want to hang and chill and look at stupid pictures, you can find me on the gram, @Lilith Hellfire 86. And if you want to talk superheroes, especially Superman or Smallville, you can find me @SavingPod on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and/or Instagram.
It's only milk, I swear.
I'm too drunk for this.
That's okay.
And maybe I had wine with lunch. Maybe.
Your lunch was wine. Alright, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this excellent episode of Comic Capers together. About to discuss Nightwing. From me and the Oracle podcast.
I'm more the huntress. Sure.
I was going to say, you can walk, except when you drink too much.
Even then, in heels. Get it together, Philip. I'm a professional.
Wow. Even in heels.
Even in heels.
Wow.
I know all you see is gym shoes behind me, but behind the gym shoes.
She's like a full 5'6" in heels, man.
I'm 5'9" in heels. And I'm only 5'3" barefoot. That's why I like my guys 6 foot or better.
Submit your resumes for now.